Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Mendelsohn, the host of Our Strength Within, where I am inviting people to share their story and what they struggle with behind closed doors or with an invisible illness. So I just met Ian a few weeks ago and I just started to talk to him and I learned more about you and I think I want you to share your story with everyone else.
I appreciate it. Thank you for inviting me.
So tell us a little bit more about you and the podcast that you host.
The podcast is called the Family Mess Podcast. Started in 2019. It's about my wife and I and our kids and raising our kids and all the adventures we've had raising the kids. But we also touch on things like cancer and other types of illnesses that affect people. So we have guests on.
Yes, that's how we met for the Ovarian Cancer Research Alliance. We have mutual friends that bring a lot of awareness to ovarian cancer. It was so much fun. I'm sure we're going to have that event next year, so I'll invite you all to it.
I enjoyed it. Loved it.
Yeah. So I understand that you speak a lot about your family.
Yes.
And we were speaking to friends of ours, and they mentioned something about Sedona.
Yeah, Sedona.
Yeah,
Arizona. It's a beautiful place north of Phoenix.
I've been there. We did with my whole family. We did a hot air balloon ride.
Oh yeah. It's if you've never been there, it's one of the most beautiful places in this country, I think, as far as scenery. But my purpose in doing that was, I know what your show is about, people that struggle with items internally. So I've always struggled my whole life with like depression and anger. Just never understood why. But I was born in Jamaica, raised by a pastor and a nurse. My dad was a pastor. So fast forward years, I didn't know he had an anger problem until we moved to the States.
Okay. So when was that? You were young?
Yeah, probably 6 or 7 years old.
Oh, okay.
So when you grow up on the islands, there's a certain way kids are raised down there. There's a certain environment. So usually, my dad being a pastor, very strict, super conservative. But that's how you grow up, so you don't think anything else. We moved to the States.
Do you have siblings?
One sister.
Okay.
One sister. She's 2 years younger than me.
She in Orlando?
She lives in Lake County. She lives about an hour from me now. Okay. She used to live 15 minutes, but she moved on the other side of the river there and with her kids. But yeah, we all grew up together. And it wasn't until I noticed when I was a kid, probably towards 10 years old, that when we moved to Florida, because when we first came from Jamaica, we moved to Connecticut. Yeah. Lived there.
Why that?
That's where my other relatives lived at the time. We would get a house because we didn't have a house at the time. So they had a house up there and we could stay there at low rent. So we stayed there for, I think it was a little over a year.
It's cold.
Cold as hell. Listen, man, when you're from the islands and you never had snow before, you're like, what the...
At least you saw it at a young age.
It's so cold.
I know people who haven't seen it.
Really? Oh my God! It's good for about 5 minutes, and then your hand's freezing. Yeah. God, it's horrible. And so I've never seen snow my whole. Imagine a kid never seen snow ever.
It's more common than you think.
And then you go fly to a different part of the world, and it's cold. You're like,
what do I do?
What the hell?
Yeah.
So. My dad does a couple odd jobs, and I love my dad. I was with my dad all the time as a kid growing up. I'd follow him. My dad was my hero. So we moved from Connecticut to Florida, Altamont area where we grew up. And I noticed as a kid, my dad would always try to find jobs, and he's always very helpful, always working hard, super, super helpful. And I think it wasn't around until the age of 10 or 11, I noticed he was starting to get frustrated, just yelled at us a lot. But he was always...
Just you? Like behind closed doors?
Behind closed doors, just yelling at me, my sister, my mom, just... getting more angry all the time. I didn't know what the heck he was getting angry for. My sister and I just always thought he was just, that's how parents were. We didn't know any different. And just, you can imagine as a boy growing up in a house like that, just seeing your dad mad. And at one point, I think he got very angry. He was always mad at somebody. And now I look back as an adult, I'm like, yeah, you're always mad at somebody. But
somebody, but never himself.
Yeah, but it was weird, like mad at my uncle, other people around him. It was very... strange, but I didn't know that at the time as a little boy. I had no idea why. And all I knew is that I didn't like it. As I got older, around the age of 13, I noticed I'm like, this dude's driving me crazy. So that's when I met my friend, and he introduced me to playing soccer, and that was my opportunity to stay out of the house, to get away from that. So the more he got mad, the longer I stayed out of the house, played soccer. So that's my main reason to get into soccer. I was a forward and a defender.
I played a keeper.
You did?
I played keeper all through middle school.
Okay.
And private, like FKK.
Oh, you did FKK. Yeah. My son did FKK for a little bit. Yeah. So soccer was my way to just get away from things. Mm-hmm. And I played all through high school, everything. But it wasn't until my adult years where I began to like, man, why am I so angry all the time? I couldn't figure out. And this started shortly when I got to college. I was like, why is this person making me so mad?
When did you meet your wife?
I met her
later on.
I met her when we were in high school.
Okay, so she knew you through this journey.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we weren't dating or anything like that, but we knew each other.
Yeah.
And we dated in college. And it wasn't until after I got out of college and everything was kind of good until we had our first kid.
Is that when you made it? How'd you make it to Sedona? Or that's to come?
I'm going to go right into that.
Okay.
So let's just skip over the next 10, 15 years of life and the anger issues. I went to get therapy and nothing was working.
Okay. And
it wasn't until this last time, I think it was almost a year ago, where I yelled at my wife for something stupid.
Like, did you see the same things happening in your family that were happening with your dad?
Yeah, and that's what freaked me out. I'm like, every time I go to get help, it doesn't work. I went to church to pray, get prayer. That didn't work. I was like, oh, what the hell? Yeah. And it was driving me crazy. And so I yelled at my wife for something dumb. Mm-hmm. We went to NASA for the day, and I just got super angry. And I'm like,
what just happened?
What just happened? Mm-hmm. So we were on the verge of divorce. I think, that's it. Let's do it. And in my head, I already planned the divorce, the lawyer.
Oh, wow.
In my head, I'm like, we're going to do this. We're going to split the money like this, because I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
But then I started thinking about it. I was like, do I want to quit? Or do I want to put some time into this?
Before we were speaking about how you never want your kid to quit.
Yeah. And then I started sitting there. I'm like, do I just want to walk away from, at this point, it's probably 21 years of marriage. I'm like, and I looked at the boys and I'm like, oh man, it'd be tough for them. Mm-hmm. And I started thinking, okay, well.
They were in high school?
They were young. Probably one was just starting high school. One was in middle school and one was in high school at the time. And I was like, I got to do something about this. And I talked to my wife. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Every time I get mad, there's something going on. And she's like, well, I had a friend that went to this place in Sedona. I'm like, Sedona?
So
the hell? And so I went on the computer and looked it up. I'm like, what is this? And I said, it's real pretty. She
was it like a retreat or something?
Yeah, it was like a retreat. It was so I called her friend, and her friend's like, oh, I did this retreat for like 4 days.
Okay.
And these amazing things happened, and I'm like, oh.
Did your friend have this anger issues? Okay.
She had all types of issues.
Okay.
It wasn't. I think it was this anger. That's why I talked to her, because she posted a lot of stuff on Facebook, and then she communicated with my wife in time. So she went through a lot of people in her family passed away. So a lot of sadness and grief. Yeah. So I talked to her, and I'm like, well, how did you do it? Like, what did you do? Who did you talk to? What happened? And we were on the phone for like over an hour talking about her experience.
Does she have a family as well?
Yeah, family just like mine, kids. She's married. And I said, well, how did it make you feel? She goes, I changed my life. I'm like, what? I was like, what do you mean to change your life? Like, those words, when somebody says something changed your life, like, you got to take that crap seriously. I was like, well, I'm looking to change my life, because what the hell? I mean, I said, did it really do this? And I really trusted her 1,000%. So I said, I'm going to do it. Okay. At that point, I had nothing to lose, right?
So that was like a year ago today?
Yeah, probably a little over a year ago today. Okay.
But this was after you started your podcast.
Oh yeah.
So did you speak about all this in your podcast?
Hell no.
See, that's
not until after.
Okay.
It wasn't until after I got back, because if you look at my podcast,
that's what
you'll see episode. Then there's a year where we don't do anything.
That's what
That's what that year was me.
That's
you'll see a gap.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, you'll see you'll see podcasts like year 1, 2, 3 episodes, seasons, and all of a sudden there's almost a year gap where there's just spits and spats. That was that year I was going through issues. And it wasn't until I got back that we started. And you see, when we got back, I started doing it more consistently. Yeah. But that year is what the issue was.
You went to Sedona by yourself?
Yes. Okay. It was like a spiritual, I call it a spiritual retreat. Oh, okay. So you go there And you're really going there to try to find out the root cause of what's happening internally inside.
By yourself.
By yourself.
But you're with other people?
No, by yourself.
Oh, wow.
By yourself. Now, I think they do have some where you meet with other people, but mine particular experience was me by myself talking to other people, like one-on-one.
Okay. But they're all professionals?
Yeah, they're all professionals. Cool. And so you meet, these are professional counselors, and they talk to you. And a lot of it is really going back. And I hate to say it, but you have to like relive a lot of your trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because it hurts.
Well, I'm sure.
I cried. Ask Rick. He'll tell you I cried on the plane on the way back. But I think it's needed for healing. Mm-hmm. And after seeing 4 or 5 people and taking different perspectives and getting feedback, taking notes, at the end of like the fourth or fifth day, you feel different. You've changed. Mm-hmm. Like So
what happened when you came back?
I was a mess. Yeah. I was a mess. Imagine somebody or going through an experience. You come back and your whole spiritual insides are just blah.
Yeah.
That's what I was like
in 4 days.
So you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what is going on. So it took a while for me to get back to what I knew as myself. But the new me was not the old me. So
now, like looking back, right? Mm-hmm. What advice would you give yourself, the person 6 years ago who didn't even think about this, okay?
That's a good ass question.
Like, what advice would you give yourself now, from what you know?
Don't be afraid to communicate what you feel with the person that you love.
Yeah.
I think just looking back now, I think communication and being honest about how you feel right when it happens is the most important thing you do. Don't hold on to it.
Does she communicate like that?
Oh, she's always communicated like that. That's the problem.
I'm a very emotional person.
Yeah, she has always communicated like that, but I haven't. I've been the one that hell no, I'm just going to stay mad.
But why? Because your father?
Well, because that's what I've learned. It's a learned behavior. Okay. I just learned not to talk, not to communicate. I'm just going to get over it, or I'm just going to stay mad at you for what. And then when you think about it, I'm like, what the hell
am I mad?
What am I even mad about?
I tell people, if you forget why you're upset, then like, was it a big deal?
And most of the time it was me. It wasn't her. Yeah. It was me being mad about something inside of me. That's what the majority of the issues were. But once I found out what it was causing these issues, now when I get triggered, that's the word, right? Triggered. Now when I get angry, I still get angry from time to time. I do.
Who doesn't?
I do. But I always know why I'm getting angry. Like, I'll be like, you damn kids don't take out the garbage.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what I'm saying. Like, I'm very conscious of what I'm saying. I'm not just saying it. I'm like, I know why I'm saying this. I'm angry.
Yeah.
And you guys didn't take out the garbage. And then I tell the kids, I'm like, you know why I'm angry? You didn't take out the garbage.
Because you're communicating what?
I'm very open. And if I do yell at my kids, I always apologize. Like, if it's something that's out of character, like if what the hell's wrong? I go in the room like, hey, I said something today to you. I'm really sorry if I hurt your feelings, and I don't want to do that.
And what do they say?
No, it's okay, Daddy. And I'll give them a hug. It's very important that I do that as a father to boys, because boys hold on to stuff. Yeah. Well, but kids in general. It's not boys.
Because of your father.
Yeah, because of me. So I'm like, I don't want them to live the life I live because of something I said and never apologize. So if I do say something, like the other night, I told my kid, man, you suck. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
I went and apologized. Hey, man, I said some words. I'm sorry. You don't suck. I was just mad at myself. The dog ran out of the house and we blamed you. It wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. Just like that. But I want him to know, I'm like, hey, it wasn't your fault. I was pissed off in the moment because it's like 12 o'clock at night and the dog runs out of the house.
Yeah, I'd be upset too.
Yeah, I'm mad, but it's not you. So I really, especially the one that doesn't talk, the one that doesn't talk in our house is the one you have to really talk to.
I thought you were talking about the dog. I'm like, yeah, he doesn't talk.
He does talk with the punk-ass dog. But yeah, that experience for me was life-changing. It's almost like a spiritual reset in a way. And I would recommend everybody do something like that. Because I'm telling you, in life, everybody needs that. So people won't go to that place. It's very uncomfortable.
I hope people go to that before they have to.
Yeah, don't be like me and wait till you're almost losing everything. But I think that happens a lot as they wait.
Yeah.
And they got to do things much sooner instead of waiting to see what happens later. Just do it soon. As soon as you
So
feel
if you're
it.
going through that, right? Like if you're going through that, or you're at a hard place, like what's the advice you give them? Like what's the next step? Like if someone says, "Hey, I feel the way he's feeling," right? Is it, "Hey, call your sister, brother, cousin, someone"? Do you call a professional? Like
I would call a professional. You can talk to your family and relatives, but it really depends how they interact with you also.
The relationship, I'm assuming.
Yeah, sometimes you may get, just leave him.
Yeah.
It just depends on who they are.
Yeah.
I would say talk to a professional first, just to get the perspective. And you always tell the opposite party, hey, I want to work on what's going on here. Because the only way it works is if both of you want it to work. It doesn't work if one wants it to work and then one's like, I'm not doing anything. Yeah. And that's what I was like. I'm not doing this. So if one says he or she's not doing it, it's not good.
All power to your wife.
Yeah. Oh, she put up with my crap. I don't know why she's still with me, man. But
but now you do.
Yeah, I mean, it's God, it's just. Okay. I don't even feel bad talking about it because
bring her flowers tonight. You should. The other day, I called my boyfriend and I said, "It's a Thursday. Like, why don't we go on a date? Okay."
Yeah.
And I got home. I was running late because of work.
Yeah.
He goes, "Don't you make your own schedule?" I'm like, "Yes, I do, but I did something." And he had flowers for me.
Oh, that's so nice.
But also, I told him when we first started dating, like, I do like flowers, right? So he kind of knew that. But you should get flowers. Or a handwritten note. You know, I write handwritten notes all the time. I
almost forgot how to write because I got cramps in my hand.
No,
you
see, you should. You should. Or you should write. So, yeah. Or leave a voicemail. This is what my dad does. He sends videos. So I remember what he is like young. And so he'll be like, "I thank you, like, I love you," like.
That's a good idea. I might do voicemail and flowers. That's because you can record voicemail on your phone.
Yeah.
Like little things.
Or a voice memo, and then have them save it.
That's a good. You have good ideas. I'm not gonna tell her I got it. No. And she's gonna know.
And this isn't coming out for 2 weeks.
Okay, good.
She's
not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna.
Just ended after 17 minutes, so yeah. But we're going to wrap up, so I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for watching today. Thank you for sharing with us your story. And I'll drop the link for his podcast so you can hear more about his story. And I'm inviting all of you to come speak and share what happens behind closed doors, what's an invisible illness or something that you're suffering with in silence. Again, my name is Lauren Mendelsohn, the host of Our Strength Within. So thank you.